So, good evening, dears. Welcome to yet another session of Lead Corp Learning Commune, webinar of Lead Corp Learning Commune. We are glad that you people are finding it useful and you people are joining our webinars week after week. And in today's session, we are discussing training employees to be leaders. So, our webinar series is intended for corporate leaders, founder leaders, CEOs, HR heads, and L&D heads of corporate organizations. And today's session is being facilitated by my dearest friend and my fellow director of LeadCorp Human Solutions, Khamarudheen. Khamarudheen is a mountaineer and one of the leading outbound trainers in India. He has always been an adventure enthusiast, a nature enthusiast, ever since I knew him and even before. He has taken his enthusiasm for adventure to the next level when he went for acquiring his certification in mountaineering from India's most premier institute, NIMAS. I am proud to invite him to facilitate today's session, training employees to be leaders. But before that, just a few words about our organization, LeadCorp Human Solutions. We are about all things human in the corporate world. Corporate organizations face a lot of challenges related to human skills. Corporate organizations have a lot of gaps that can only be filled by filling the human skills gap. Corporates can only thrive to the greatest level possible by solving these human skills problem. And we want to help organizations fill this gap by helping individuals, helping employees as individuals and the employees as a team to acquire the highest level of human skills. And we think that this is especially important in this era of AI. That's what we are trying to do with our training and coaching engagements and through a lot of value addition programs we conduct online and offline, such as this webinar series itself. So this webinar today is also a part of that series. And I'll be the host for today's session. I am Vinnie, the corporate human skills coach. I also coach individuals to find success that is meaningful to them through my personal coaching engagements. So with that intro, I would like to invite all the participants today to today's webinar. And I would like to invite Kamaru to handle today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Vineeth. Thank you so much. Actually, this is a time of greater resignations and difficulty in employee retention. So 70% of the employee leave because of poor leadership. So that's a very important part in any organization. So we generally say the leaders are born, not made. But actually, the leadership is a skill that can be learned, that can be trained, that can be improved. So that's the basic thing behind the training, coaching, mentoring, and all. We know the difference between the human being and other beings, other animals. Like we don't want to teach a frog to sing. After within a few months or few days, they can few hours that can swim. So but human being is different. We can improve whatever the training we get, whatever the exposure we get, whatever the effort we take, that influence the growth and development. If we come to the leadership, every person has a lid, or there will be a ceiling above every person, or everybody will be in a box. So that determines the growth of that person. For example, there will be some step point for every person. So if we remove that lid, we can be the leaders. If we give a graph or give a scale, measurement scale, 1 to 10, people will be in a point, 1, 2, or 3, or somewhere. So if we didn't give any training, if we didn't work on that, we stuck on that point. We can move a bit. For example, if I am in the point 5, I can move to 6 or 7. Only that much we can move or grow if we didn't give any purposeful effort. So normally in an organization, the companies provide promotions and all based on the year of work, not based on the capacity or not based on the calibers. So what happens if you provide the promotions or if you provide the leadership role for a person who doesn't have the capacity? So he become the lid of that organization. He become the ceiling of that organization. So people can't grow beyond that person. For every organization, for every individual, there will be a lead. So to improve the leadership skill or to make employees to be leaders, we want to understand the lead, where they are standing right now and where do they want to move. Actually, we all have the intense capacity to grow. In my writing scale, I said 1 to 10. That's generally we say as a writing scale. But we can't actually confine the growth in 1 to 10 scaling. The potential is immense, that infinity. So, for example, the leader of KFC. Do you have any idea about the number of the outlets, KFC outlets? That's lakhs will be there. So there are people running hundreds of business. So we can confine to any rating scale the capacity of a person. So that much capacity has. Without proper intervention or without proper understanding of this lead, we can't grow beyond the lead, and we can't cross that bar. Actually, this bar is most probably made by the person or the society or the company. So if we get the opportunity to grow in a company, that will definitely help us to grow. Okay, let me share the screen. If we come to the employees in a company, there are different types of employees in an organization. So we can divide the employees into 4 quadrants to understand this part. For example, there will be A-type employees. A-type employee means, in this graph, this is the caliber or capacity. This is the capacity graph, and this is the commitment graph. Okay, this is the commitment graph. So there are employees with high capacity and high commitment, or high capacity and high performance. Okay, so this is that quadrant. So we can call them as A-type employees. These employees we can make them leaders. They are the actual leaders in a company. But what happens is sometimes we provide recognition, consideration, or everything based on the politics or based on the year they work. What happens is this kind of employees won't get the proper recognition and proper role. So this area is very important. We want to provide good roles for these employees, these A-type employees, and we don't want to micromanage these A-type employees, and we want to provide proper recognition for these quadrant employees, and let them allow to lead the organization, and let them mentor other employees and acknowledge their growth, acknowledge their contributions, their growth, and provide proper recognition. And this is what we can do in this quadrant. So high commitment and high capacity. So this is this quadrant. So when we come to the other quadrant, we can come to this part. This is, we can say that B type. This is a high capacity will be there in the B type, and low commitment will be there. In this area, what happens? The capacity high, commitment will be low. So what happens is we can't make them leaders in this because they have they have good capacity to perform, but they can't they can't have the commitment. So this type of employees, we can provide proper coaching and mentoring. Then only we can make them the next leaders. So this is the high capacity, low commitment. That's the next part. Then one more quadrant is here. This is also another. This is also we can call B. And in this quadrant, low commitment and commitment will be high. Then capacity will be low. That's this quadrant. And this kind of employees, commitment will be very high, but the capacity will be very low. But naturally, what happens is they work very well, but they will be very frustrated and they will be very tired, and they can't perform the work very well. So in this area, we want to provide the technical training to these employees. So these are the major three quadrants. First one, high capacity.
Quadrant, is it this is also B?
Yeah, this also B. So first one, we can all in the A quadrant, they are already the leaders and already they have the capacity, already they are performing very well, but they want to give the actual and apt challenge to grow beyond that point. I said they have the immense potential, but they have reached the company's lead. The company will be, most probably the companies will be limiting their growth. For example, if they have got a boss, not a leader, we will come to the difference between a boss and leader. But boss will be limiting the caliber of the person, because a boss won't allow the people to grow beyond that person. But actually, a leader allows them to grow beyond the points. So that's very important. So we want to provide them proper environment to grow. Next one, there is another quadrant called, this is we can call C quadrant. This is a low commitment, low capacity quadrant. So these employees won't be working properly and won't be having the capacity, won't be having the commitment, and actually they are ruining the company. The thing is that they are not suitable for this company or this position or this role, and they might be good in some other roles or in some other companies or some other areas. So we want, how we can help these kind of employees is that we can provide the we can allow them to move the company, or let them resign, or they can find out another areas. So these are the four quadrants of the quadrants. In each quadrant, we want to provide proper understanding where they are right now. Okay. Then in the B quadrant of high capacity and low commitment, the capacity is there. So they have to understand what is their capacity level, and we can give the new targets or new level to grow. Then low commitment means we want to work on the commitment part. That's what we provide mentoring, coaching, or in training in their behavior. So that part is very important. So we want to make them aware about their current position and make them to move the next target. Okay. Then the next B type, low capacity, high commitment. In that part, actually, we provide the technical trainings and There might be some courses, some technical training, such kind of training will be there. And we also want to give them awareness on this is not to judge the employees. This is actually help them to move from where they are. Otherwise, what happens is the lifelong they are working in this position and they can't grow and they can move from that position. Whether they are in the rating scale, whether they are in fourth or fifth or whatever the grading scale, they can't go beyond 1 point or 2 point. So if you provide the awareness, proper awareness, they can move from this point. Okay. So this is how we can treat the employees. Then one more concept, what culture you want in your organization. That's very important part. So in the A-type, if we have good A-type employees, the culture will be very good, right? And if the B-type employees, if you want to improve the culture or generate the proper culture, we want to provide these kind of training. Okay. So I'll share this with the group, and you'll get. I'll provide some more details about this group. Generally, in an organization, what happens? They provide a bossy culture, not proper leadership. So we want to think about our organization. Do we need a bossy culture, or do we need do we need a bossy culture? Bossy culture means the environment will be very strict. The growth will be very linear. In this kind of companies, the boss will be the lead. He won't allow others to grow beyond his capacity level, and the boss won't make many leaders, and they only the employees has to obey the rules. So that's why they won't find out their caliber, their capacity, and this is what happening. Boss culture. Actually, boss provide orders and commander, and leader influence and inspire the people. And boss actually judges the people. We said the 4 quadrants. Actually, what happens is if a person is a boss, he will fire the employees, or he will provide punishment. He will do the salary cut, and that might be the a boss role. But actually, a mentor will provide proper mentorship, proper training, and he'll provide clarity on where they are right now and where do they want to move. So the leader will provide proper pathway, proper mentoring for the employees. And boss will generate fear, but the leader provide confidence. Fear means, for the timing, everything they generate fear. Then what happens if boss is not there, or he is not monitoring, they won't come to the office on time. The punching system if the punching system is not working properly, they won't come on time. They won't meet the target if the boss is not observing. So that's why we need more CCTV cameras, more system to ensure the timing, more system to ensure the performance. So if a leader provide the confidence and courage to the people. So actually, if a boss lead a company, the growth will be very linear, because they want to follow the proper path, because the company's growth also will be there. In 2025, the company is in this grade. After 4 years or 5 years, the company will be moving in the linear way. There won't be proper growth. So the leader will provide confidence, courage to work, innovation center. Okay. For example, before inventing an aircraft, the normal vehicle are the lead, or that's the benchmark. Or before finding out the telephone, the people has to meet the people directly and talk. That was the lead. So they used more creativity, invited new ideas. That's why the new inventions are coming, or the new big discoveries, invention, everything will be happening only because of the good leadership or self-leadership, or in this mindset, the growth will be very high. Then the boss actually micromanage the things, because he want to show his role. even if everything is going on very well, but he'll enter everywhere, and then he want to micromanage the things. But the leader actually provide freedom. For example, in the Montessori system, there is one concept called freedom within limit. In Montessori system, they provide the freedom in the classroom for the children. So they can move everywhere, they can do anything, they can choose their own time, everything will be there. But if there is any situation is needed to take care or provide safety at that moment only, limits the freedom. So that's very important. The micromanage and providing freedom, that's very important. And the boss controls everybody, and the leader actually move with the team. So this is the difference between the boss and leader. And to make our employees to be leaders, we want to understand in which quadrant our employees are right now, and into which quadrant they want to move, or which capacity they want to build. And that clarity has to get to the leaders and to the employees. So then only we can provide the proper mentorship, training, and whatever the things they want to improve. And also in the first we discussed, we want to understand where is our lead, and we want to set proper target where we want to go. Okay. So as an outbound trainer, generally the outbound training are called outdoor leadership programs. So today we discuss, Vineeth and me discuss what is why the outbound training programs are called outdoor leadership programs. So normally the training programs are linear. Even if we go to the classroom, we can understand how do they sit. They'll be sitting in the linear mode, and there will be lots of linear methods for everything. And one person will be teaching to the teaching. That's what happening in the normal classroom or normal training programs. In outbound training, we break all the conventional linear path, and the training, most of the trainings are outbound trainings are happening in the outdoors. So they might be sitting in the floor, or they might be sitting in the meadow. So they break the linear path, and in the outbound training program, we provide more opportunity for discussion. Generally, the trainer will be delivering the knowledge, content, and everything. In outbound training program, the trainer will be a facilitator. He explores the opportunity or the experience of every people. For example, in a training program, if there are 30 participants, their average age is 35, then 35 into 30, that much experience is there in a training program. So the experiential educator or outdoor leader actually use the experience of all people and recognize everybody's experiences. Then we conduct mountaineering programs as a part of my course, and after that I lead some mountaineering programs. During that time, that's actually not a linear process. We can't predict what happens if we move ahead. We can't see the top of a mountain. If we move, the things will be getting more and more clarity. There will be lots of challenges. There will be lots of challenges to overcome. We want to use our capacity. But in the normal training program, what happens? We won't get this much experience. So people learn through experiences. This is what in an outbound training program. So this is what happening in an outbound training program. And this is the way we can make the leaders. And Vinnie, anything to discuss, anything to add? And we can come to the discussions. And
no, I think, yeah, we can move into the discussions part.
Yeah. Okay, then if you have any thought, if you can share if you have any thoughts, any addition to this point, what's your thought on leadership? And also if you have any questions, we can discuss that questions also.
Yeah, I've actually shared a small query in the chat box. You mentioned a lot about leadership and a leader as well as a boss, right? So what is the main difference about a leadership and a leader? We all know what a boss is, but what's leadership and a leader?
Leadership is a lead role, means you want to ability to influence people, and That's called leadership. And leader is an individual. Leadership means he want to lead a team, or there will be a team with him. And leader means an individual, right? Any thoughts on that? One is one person who is leading lots of leaders and making lots of leaders. This is what leadership, I think.
Yeah, leadership is more like a collective idea. That's what I also understand.
Okay. One more thing, we can come to the a captain of the ship. Leader is the captain of the ship, and there are lots of leaders leading different parts. Somebody will be leading the engine related part. Somebody will be leading the route related part. Somebody will be leading the cargo related things. So lots of different leaders will be there, but the captain will be leading everything. I think that's the leadership. And the leader means individually we want to know what's my role, what's my task, and where do I want to move. That might be the leader. Thank you.
Not bad at all, but
anything.
Well.
What's your thought on that? You can add that.
Well, see, when you actually mention a leader as a person, I do agree about that. Now, a leader is a person, but leadership is his qualities that he actually has within himself, that he actually helps the team, or he helps the entire community to grow in a better way, in a positive direction, right? Now he's being a leader. Now he can lead the team with his qualities, sharing his ideas with the team, as well as helping the entire team to grow in a better way. Right. So leadership is his qualities, right? So being a leader is entirely different. Having a leadership quality in a leader is entirely different. Now you also have people in the organization. Now, just because we are talking about corporates and everything else, now you have a lot of team leads in every department, right?
Yes, right.
And team leads, they compete with the other teams. Yes or no?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now they also they compete with each team, and they try to find out which team is getting more numbers, or which team is going up in sales, which team is doing better, even though the process is still the same. But why is it that one team can achieve the target but not the other team?
Good.
Right. So that is where leadership qualities comes into as being a leader. So leader is a person, but leadership is something where basically is his qualities, his ideas, his out of the box thinking that he comes up with.
Oh, good. Thank you.
A leader should have these leadership qualities, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, all the qualities must be there. Then only you can become a leader.
Yeah, one we can call as an umbrella. That's a bigger thing. Like if you use a torch, the light will be there everywhere. Then leadership is a bit more person. And thank you for the perspective, Gilroy. And
not a problem.
Yeah. So this difference. Yeah.
Yes.
So this idea of leadership as the leadership qualities, and leader as someone having leadership qualities. That is, I think that is one thing. And then if we are looking at an organization, the organization having an individual leader and the organization having a collective leadership, that is a different kind of comparison as well, I think.
Yes. Thank you.
So
then
we can,
one more thing, to create more and more leaders, we want to provide proper safe environment. That's very important in any organization. For example, if we conduct a webinar or class or training, whatever may be, in very strict environment, there is no scope to ask the questions, or they are not safe. They are not feeling safe to ask the questions. In such classrooms, there won't be good questions. There won't be innovative thoughts. Nothing will be there. In an organization also, if we can't provide emotional safety to the employees, there won't be innovations, and good outcomes won't be there, and good leaders won't be creating. So we want to provide a proper safe environment in any organization, any places, wherever, even in our family, whether we think about that, whether we are providing a safe environment to the family member. Generally, we provide the basic other physical safety, everything will be there. But emotionally, whether they are safe, the children are safe and fearless and safe, that's very important. So that will make the other people to grow to be the leaders. That's another thought I came when we discussed this point. Thank you.
Yeah. So there is this quote that I have heard somewhere: a success without a successor is a failure, right?
Yes, right.
So if as a leader, even if you could lead your organization to a success, now you don't have another line of leaders to take that forward, then your success doesn't make any sense. Then your organization will eventually run into a failure. And it's really important what Kamaru said about the kind of leaders. The A like in the A level employees and B level employees are like A level leaders. The A level leaders are not egoistic. That they bring high performers, high intellectuals, people with high capacity and high commitment. They bring up such people to as the next line of leadership, because they know that the organization has to be taken forward, and now it needs to have another line of leadership. If we think about some of the political parties in India, we can see what has happened in a lot of political parties. There have been some stalwarts, there have been some big figures. We have examples from southern India, and we have examples from northern India. But after these leaders, some of these leaders, they were really powerful, they were charismatic. But what happened was, after that leader passed away, some of them didn't have a successor who could take that up and lead the organization or the party in the same way as their predecessor did. So now, after the stalwart passes away, the organization struggles. So that is exactly what is happening in a lot of organizations, because the leaders are not like A-level leaders. So they themselves are B-level leaders. So they are worried if somebody else comes up, they'll have a better name, they'll have a good name, and I mean this leader will have a bad name eventually, because the new leader does things even better. So that is the worry of the B-level leader. The A-level leaders are not worried like that. They see the larger purpose, and they understand the importance of having successors, and they look at that as their own success. I think,
Yes.
yeah, that's also a great quality of great leaders, to build up successors.
Thank you so much. Then the culture is a very important part in the leadership, right? If any organization, if any team, if we set the culture, then that will lead the entire organization in future also. Even the roles might be changing. This person, for example, the Tata company, after Ratan Tata, the company, he set a culture for the company. So definitely that will help to lead the company or grow the company even after. Even without his presence. That's another important point. So thank you so much. And Murali sir, anything to add?
That would be leaders by chance, and leadership is a quality with a noble purpose.
Yes.
The idealistic is different, but leaders, they have hidden agendas also. So any person, a leader with a leadership quality makes a great success. But there are many people with leadership qualities,
Yeah.
they have the opportunity to become a leader. If these people are identified and made a leader, then definitely there's a chance of becoming a great success.
Okay, good. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
That's my personal view. No?
Yes. Thank you so much for that. So whenever we do the training program, we said there is no right answer, no wrong answer. This is different perspectives. Okay. So yeah. Thank you so much for that. So I think we can conclude today's session, right? And
yeah.
thank you.
So thank you all for joining once again. And just before we wind up, we are continuing this series, and we'll update the next session's detail in the group. And there are some of the programs that we conduct online. Like one such program is, the major work that we do is training in the organization, which is either outbound or inbound. And now the other kind of work we do is to also empower other people to become great facilitators, great trainers. So we conduct master training programs and master coaching programs as well. There are some programs that some short-term programs as well, which come under both categories. So we will update some of the programs in the group. And if you would like to join on a free discovery call where you can discuss your potential, what is your potential of becoming a facilitator, or what is your potential of an organization to be impacted by a training program without any pressure on committing to our training program. We can discuss what are the challenges your organization is facing and what are the potential training programs that can be conducted without no pressure on committing to a project provided by us. We would love to discuss problems that you're facing, and we are really curious about learning about the problems that organizations are facing. So you can jump into a free discovery call of 1 hour with us. So if you would like to do that, you can get in touch with us. And I also provide a 1 hour free coaching discovery call where we can work on a problem, one problem that you're facing right now, or a goal that you want to achieve right now. We can work on that, and it's an actual experience of a team call, just that it's a free call. And then if you would like to commit to future calls, that's we can do that. Otherwise, that's totally fine. So we hope that we meet next time as well.
Yeah, sure. Definitely, we can meet with another program, or we can connect personally. And
yeah.
So
and then people joining from other parts of, we have a lot of people from different states. And then Chennai, Coimbatore, we have some 1 or 2 people from Coimbatore. We are planning to visit them in Coimbatore, and we would also love to visit Chennai to meet our friends here. So yeah,
most welcome,
and then to other cities.
Chennai, come over.
Sure, we'll definitely come.
Then I also did some programs. I attended some programs by Ashraf Ali. He's from Chennai. I learned lots of activities from him and outbound certification from him. Okay, good. So anyway, see you at another program, and good night and bye. Thank you so much for attending and actively participating. Okay, bye. Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Good night.
So much. Bye.
Bye.